We've been working this now for 5.5 years, 6 years. And we've learned some things along the way, which means we've made some adaptations. So let's talk about, first of all, why we've done it.
I mean, I think that we can see that there's been so much success of self-employed agents out there, business owners. And we can see that those agents that have got a team around them have got assistance and help go so much faster.
Yeah.
So that's the key. That's kind of where we're making the adjustment for the model in terms of the actual support and services that the agents have access to.
So I guess when we were discussing about what we felt was really needed in the self-employed space, it was about ensuring that people could transition out of employment and, more importantly, get off the ground quickly so they can build that pipeline. So just, let's talk a little bit about that. So what did we feel was needed? What have we put in place?
It's having that support team. It's having that, the people out there, whatever it is. The main thing that I think that we've found is that agents want to do what they love. And doing what they love is all about that, getting the valuation, getting the listing, agreeing the sale. Those are when you speak to most agents, that's the fun stuff.
Yeah.
And that's actually the stuff that drives the income.
Yeah.
Right. The stuff that can slow you down, that lead generation is, as we know, is so important. The stuff that can slow you down is that administrative stuff. It's managing the database, it's building the listings, it's gaining the feedback, it's offer management, it's doing sales progression. It's all these things that can take a huge amount of time. So what we've done is put this team in place now to be able to give the choice, because there'll be some agents out there that want to do it themselves, right? And we don't dictate, right? But what we want to do is give more options.
Yeah.
And that's what we've done. So the team that we now have and we've built is there to give choice to people to say, okay, I want to do this myself, or I actually to go quicker for a period of time, even 6 to 12 months, the first 6 to 12 months, most important to get out there. We've got that team now here to actually do all of what I just mentioned. And that's really the significant difference and change that we're putting in place.
Well, you're spot on with what you're saying, because I've had countless conversations now with so many agents, some that have really struggled to get off the mark, made those adjustments, brought in people to support them, and then managed to go a lot faster. But you see those that have longevity in their business if they leverage. Yeah. And often people feel that they need to have achieved a certain level in their business before they bring that leverage in. But why not leverage from the very, very beginning to enable you to focus on the high value activities?
We can see it with our top producing agents, right? And everyone's in a different journey at different stages, right? So you have where your business will be on day one would be very different in 6, 12, 18, 24 months, right? So you kind of need that way to grow into it. But we can see that the top producers are putting leverage in. They're putting in their own administrative teams. Yeah. But not everyone's in a position to do it from day one, right? That's just logic. So what we're doing is being that bridge, allowing that to happen much, much faster. And again, giving options, whether or not that's someone that wants to do a different deal in the beginning, or whether someone wants to pay-as-you-go service and not choose everything that we just mentioned there, but just little elements of the service. That's what we're giving. We're giving that flexibility around what the agents feel that they need. Because you might have one agent that's really good at a particular part of, that service level. Yeah. And wants to focus on that as well as the lead generation and everything else, but doesn't need everything that we're offering. And that's what it's all about. It's choice.
Yeah, well, and making sure that you're happy doing the activities that you enjoy. As you said, they might not necessarily be the high value activities, but it's part of the job that you enjoy and you don't want that taken away.
Yeah, exactly.
So you just leverage the stuff you don't want to do so that you can focus on the things that are going to drive the business
forward. It's like us when we first started out. We didn't have A, the knowledge of what was really needed, and B, we didn't have the resources to be able to do this either. But again, our business has progressed and now we do. Yeah. So, looking at what the agents want and listening to them And that's what we're always going to do. It's making sure that we're adapting around the market, and the market is changing. It's already changed. You know, when you look at the amount of people now that are doing, whether you call it self-employment or business ownership, the amount of people are in the thousands now.
Yeah.
Which means across the country, there's probably only about, you know, where we are today, you know, probably about 6 to 12 months until I think that most of the areas are going to be covered by someone doing this.
Yeah.
So I think the pace of this model, not just what we're doing, but all the different models out there, is at such a fast pace now that you know, people have got to haven't got too much time now to make their mind up.
Yeah,